Hello, welcome back. There is actually a brand new, mini charity event happening in DML right now. Because if you remember the Show Your Paws event, and also the event with dragons like the Murano dragon from a few years ago, DML has been involved with a few charity-related things before, and this dragon here with this bundle is the latest charity-related bundle. So this is quite a cheap one as well. For £1.69p for me, so about $2, and you get this new inner dragon, which I have to say, I love the colouring on. But this is all related to a video that is linked called Wake Your Inner Dragon, and essentially this is against online cyberbullying, and they have uploaded this video which you can go watch yourself, which talks about, because it's November 4th being the International Day Against Violence and Bullying, it talks about how 20% of teens between 12 and 18 experience bullying, but it also talks about the fact that people in workplaces also experience bullying. So you should definitely go check it out. And obviously, bullying and such can develop severe depression, anxiety, and trust issues. So that's what the reason for this charity event is, to raise awareness and also to, donate to the charity itself. Because some of the other details about this, it says, we're teaming up with the Cybersmile Foundation to help in its fight against bullying and online abuse. To this end, we're aiming to raise €45,000 for the charity by releasing a special bundle where you can buy the unique inner dragon, and all profits after platform fees coming from purchase of this bundle will go directly to the charity in its battle against bullying. But it only lasts between the 4th to the 18th of November, unless the goal is reached before then. So, those are the quick details about this, and, since it is such a cheap bundle as well, so it's not something that's ever gonna break the bank or anything like that, I'm gonna go purchase this bad boy right now. So, there we have it. I haven't actually purchased anything else in DML in like 4 months now, but this is the first purchase I've made, so we get 100 gems, the inner dragon, but it's mainly because of those proceeds. If they're going straight to the charity, I'm willing to do that. So there is a new dragon for us, which we will get hatching soon, but I have to be real with you. After my experiences in this community, in general, unfortunately I have to say that it's been more toxic here than some of the bigger name games in the world. Especially, obviously, you make content creation. If you don't get told to KYS at least 5 times a day, is it even actually content creation? But all things considered, there is our dragon. He'll be hatched in just under 23 hours time, so we'll have that new boy then. But considering this about cyberbullying and that sort of thing, I have to be honest that even some of the very well-known, say, YouTubers, I've had a very bad experience in this game. Very bad. As in, I've received multiple death threats from people, lots over the years. Some notable people from the community, which I'm not going to name, have tried to shut down the channel and various things over the years, just because someone told them to. So there is a lot of sheep mentality when it comes to bullying. And I'm sure most people have witnessed or seen some form of either bullying, online harassment, but it is something that, especially when it comes to online people, like anyone that uploads anything online, whether you're like someone with like 10 subs, or if you're someone with a few million, it's like people don't actually regard you as a human being. And unfortunately that's also been my experience over the years with this game. As much as I'd like to say that's not true, again, the amount of death threats I've received from notable people in the community, you'd be amazed at. I'm not going to name any specific names or any specific situations, because one, they don't even deserve me to mention the specific situations, but there are some people that, especially the kind of people that would be like, yeah, bullying is so bad, bullying is so horrible, see, I was just trying to go out of my way to stop bullying by contacting this person, and they're actually some of the worst people for doing it. So, unfortunately, I have to find the entire charity event quite ironic, considering everything I've experienced, but I do also understand that for a general player, probably not going to be quite the same as, say, for myself. But I guess this is my time to just let you know that don't assume that just because you're playing some cuddly dragon game that isn't even competitive that there aren't some really, really horrible people. There are. So you have to be careful, especially with how you interact with those people. And it's even worse when people try and say that you're in the wrong when you've effectively been targeted, harassed by certain people for months. And it's like, no, you're the one in the wrong. You sent a Pepe emoji once to this person. How could you? Is the level of pettiness that we're at. So this is going to be probably my only time actively, I guess, somewhat alluding to this. But, you know, at the end of the day, I don't actually have anything against pretty much anyone in the community. It just seems like people really don't like it when you send them Pepe emotes sometimes, which I find highly offensive. Just gonna say that right here, but, you know, at the end of the day, if this money is going to a good cause, I'm not gonna complain about it. You know, it doesn't really affect me much, and especially considering how cheap it is, I hope that some people, if you've, say, never purchased a bundle or anything before, you can at least, you know, understand that it's for a decent thing, like a decent cause. And, you know, that's not saying you have to. Some people just cannot afford even, like, a couple of dollars to spend on a game. But, you know, it's very real. Shall we say. Yeah. The amount of people that, like my server mods on Discord, the amount of death threats they've had as well on top of it, you know, it's not a nice place out on the internet. Which, it's like when you were a kid, you probably, like I'm talking people that are like, say, 20 plus now, you probably saw some things when you were younger on the internet, but I don't think anything in terms of the actual toxicity online's ever actually changed, to be completely honest. I don't think it's ever changed, but, you know, at least if they are putting some money into trying to fix the problem, let's say, at least it shows some effort, some level of effort. Oh my god, I'm not getting the drop that I need right now, or the roll that I need right now. Why? Why? I genuinely just wanted a 4 or a 5. I don't care, just give me a 3, please. Making me go insane. But yeah, you know, there's so many particular screenshots and interactions I've had with notable members of the community that would, I think people would have a field day on, but I'm never actually going to do that. But, you know, if you're someone that's had a great time with this game, you've never really interacted or had an experience like that, you know, that's great. It honestly is. You know, if you've ever been in a workplace and you've ever had to deal with, like, cliquey culture and everyone being there, you know, it's like you're either in the clique or that's it. You're just, like, not accepted. You know, it happens. It happens to everyone of every single age. It's just, especially with adults, it can get a little bit more feisty. But I will say, in my experience, some people never actually got out of the schoolyard phase. So I think the bullying changes from my experience, from when you get out of school. And it does change when people get older, but it's all the same thing at the end of the day. But, you know, that's my take on this. Cyberbullying in particular, there's also a big problem with certain people claiming things to be cyberbullying when it isn't. Like, you could, for instance, just say that, wow, you're really bad at this game, and then someone will say it's cyberbullying. That's not cyberbullying. Well, I guess you could say, well, to me it is. But I think if we mask what actual cyberbullying is with basically pretending things that aren't it, are it, then it does cover up the actual issue. And plus, people that actually have to experience those things every day, it's kind of, I don't know, it feels like you're making fun of them in that sense. But hey, this is obviously a very complicated topic, and I could probably go on for days about it. But my initial stance is that it's very ironic that this event comes out for this game, considering some of the things that I've seen over the years. But I'm still happy that they're doing joint work with the charity events. One thing I will say, however, I'm not really paying attention to that dungeon run, is that unfortunately it seems like all the links aren't actually working down here. And plus, it links to the official forum, which closed down months ago. It would have been like a year ago? Actually, I don't remember when the forums closed. But yeah, the forums closed a long time ago. And plus, this link to the Wake Your Inner Dragon doesn't actually work. So I hope that they go live sometime soon. But, you know, go and watch the video yourself. You can see this dragon, and at the end it just says, join the cause, it's time to wake your inner dragon. Hashtag wake your inner dragon, which is a little bit cringe, but, you know, you have to be with these things. But, yeah, a very, very high dosage of irony this morning when I woke up and saw that. But hey, you know, it's not like it's a thing that doesn't happen. Trust me, coming from my perspective, people really, really do not consider you a human being when you're in a position like me. And apparently anything that I'd ever experienced didn't matter, to put it bluntly. For a time, at least. That's not to say that, you know, you can't ever fix problems or you can't try and tackle things as they come along. But, yeah, let's say I find it difficult, considering what's happened over time. Not as in difficult as in I cry about it, because I honestly don't care. I find it quite funny a lot of the times, like just the irony of it. But especially some of the notable YouTubers in the community that allowed some of their people to just send myself and other people in my community death threats and they never got dealt with. That's what I find quite ironic more than anything else. But alas, again, I'm not going to name call. I'm not going to call anyone out. It's not worth it. Not worth my time. But as you can see, I'm still... Oh my god, I'm actually going to die because I'm not paying attention. Why did they have 3 evasions? I should have just leeched. That's what I should have done. That's my mistake. That's what I get when I start talking about something and don't pay attention. This is why, if I ever want to focus on a game, I just go, you know what? I'm not going to talk. So simple, just leech and metal, and then they all kill themselves. Okay, considering I'm trying to talk about bullying or anti-bullying, that is not a quote that I want someone to quote out loud. Anyway, you know, at the end of the day, if you are someone that's going through something that you do believe is bullying, online harassment, whatever it is, it's never easy trying to deal with it, especially if people aren't taking you seriously, or say they're making out you to be the perpetrator when in reality, say you've been harassed for like the last 6 months straight by the same people. I get it. You know, I get it. That's all I can really say and do. In terms of if it's happening in school, of course the usual advice is to go to anyone that's in a notable position, say the counsellor, a trusted teacher, that sort of thing. There's no doubt that in very specific scenarios it has made things worse. But, you know, if you've got a trusted adult and someone that's actively supposed to be dealing with those things, usually it is better to say something than nothing at all. Because the reality is, if you're dealing with something, someone else in your school or your workplace is undoubtedly dealing with the same problem. So don't ever assume that you're alone and it's like, oh, well, it'd only be me that's struggling with this. It never is. You tend to find that the same toxic people that do that to you do it to many people. And sometimes they may get into positions where they shouldn't be. So that's why taking it seriously is important. And I do wish anyone that's going through it the absolute best. But, you know, I just wish the best for everyone. It's like, anytime you say something, technically it could be construed as bullying or some form of bullying, depending on what it is. Like, sometimes just saying lol to someone, they'll overreact and think that you're, like, trying to harass them. Like, no. No, trust me, my Pepe emoji was not trying to insult you. I just like sending Pepe emojis. But, anyway. You know, I guess I've gotten slightly distracted during my little talk here. But, you know, at the end of the day, just know that you're not alone in the world. Again, those stats from that video, like 20% of people between those ages of 12 to 18, and then, you know, it happens in the workplaces as well. You are not on your own. And the real number, nobody will ever truly know, because how many cases go underreported? Many. It's same with other crimes. There are so many things that go underreported, so all of the actual numbers on it are completely skewed, and you'll never actually know how much is going on. But at least with online things that happen, there's also always a trace log of it. So, in a sense, if someone is doing it online, at least there is some track of it. But, you know, in person, especially if there's anything violent going on, you have to report that stuff. That's my pre-warning to you. Don't let it just keep going. It is not worth it. And as much as I'd like to say that if you don't report it, they'll have their comeuppance, that's probably not going to happen. So, if you wanna lace out some revenge, make sure you do it early. Okay, I'm kidding. But maybe, am I? Am I kidding? I might not be kidding. Anywho, you know, this is just my, slow talk about this, because yes, I've experienced a lot of it over time, especially being online and lots of things in person. Mainly in person, it's what I've seen happen to other people, but, you know, it's always sickening to me. And I've always tried to help people that I've seen it happen to IRL. But, you know, I have to wish you good luck if you are going through it, you know? I don't expect you to go, yes, it's me, I'm the one being bullied, because that seems like an easy way to get targeted even more, but, you know, just be aware that there are people that are thinking about it, and we've got this happening with this new inner dragon, so I guess this is just a cutesy way of trying to raise some money for it. So I highly recommend that you check out the bundle and the video yourself, and I'll link the video itself in the description as well. Hopefully there's no problems with that, but best of luck with all of your life things, and you know, a dose of irony is needed every now and then. It was funny this morning. I appreciate it. Why is my game initializing? That scared me. I was gonna say, don't give me a rollback. EUR servers didn't even work yesterday. Anyway, good luck. I also wish you the general normal luck of your best luck coming for all the dragon drops, getting Homala, all that sort of thing. But for now, I appreciate you joining me, and until next time, I hope to see you then.